They will say three, and their fourth being their dog. And they will say five, and their sixth being their dog, gazing at the unknown. And they will say seven, and their eight being their dog. Say, my Lord knows best their number. None knows them except a few. So do not argue concerning them except with an obvious argument. And do not consult any of them about them. And never say about anything, I will do that tomorrow. Say without saying, if God wills. And remember your Lord if you forget, and say, perhaps my Lord will guide me to nearer than this in integrity. And they stayed in their cave for 300 years, adding nine. Say, God knows best how long they stayed. His is the mystery. His is the mystery of the heavens and the earth. By him you see and hear. They have no guardian apart from him, and he shares his sovereignty with no one. And recite what was revealed to you from the book of your Lord. There is no changing there is no changing his words, and you will find no refuge except in him. And consent and content yourself with those who pray to their Lord morning and evening, desiring his presence. And do not turn your eyes away from them, desiring the glitter of this world. And do not obey him, whose heart we have made headless of our remembrance. So he followed his own desires, and his priorities are confused. And his priorities are confused. And say, the truth is from your Lord. Whoever wills, let him believe, and whomever wills, let him disbelieve. We have prepared for the unjust a fire, whose whose curtain will them hem them in. And when they cry for relief, they will be relieved with water like molten brass, with scalds and faces. What a miserable drink, and what a terrible place. As for those who believe and lead a righteous life, we will not waste the reward of those who work righteousness. These will have the garden of Eden, beneath which rivers flow. Reclining on comfortable furnishings, they will be adorned with bracelet of gold, and will wear green garments of silk and brocade. What a wonderful reward, and what an excellent resting place. And recite for them the parable of two men. To one of them we gave two gardens of wine, and we surrounded them with palm trees, and we placed them between them crops, and we placed between them crops. Both gardens produces their harvest in full, and suffered no loss, and we made a river flow through them. And thus he made abundant fruits. He said to his friend as he conversed with him, I am wealthier than you, and greater in manpower, and greater in manpower. And he entered his garden, wronging himself. He said, I do not think this will ever perish, and I do not think the hour is coming. And even if I am returned to my Lord, I will find something better than this in return. His friend said to him as he conversed with him, are you being ungrateful to him who created you from dust, then from a sperm drop, then involve you into a man? But as for me, he is God, my Lord, and I never associate with my Lord anyone. When you entered your garden, why did you not say, as God wills? There is no power except through God. Although you see me inferior to you in wealth and children, perhaps my Lord will give me something better than your garden, and release upon it thunderbolt from the sky, so it becomes barren waste. Or its water will sink into the ground and you will be unable to draw it. And ruin close and ruin ruin closed in one on in one in on his crops. So he began wringing his hands over what he had invested in it. As it lays fallen upon its trellises, and he was saying, I wish I never associate anyone with my Lord.